Hey baby.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good, thanks. And yourself?
Good. What are we reviewing today?
We are reviewing Finding Me by Viola Davis. Viola or Viola?
I have no idea. I would say Viola, but I could still be wrong. Viola.
Viola.
Alright. So reflecting back on the memoir, right? Are there any instances where you felt that the author was being untruthful?
No. I don't think there were parts where I felt like she was not being truthful. But then her story obviously is very. If you've never been through such circumstances, like hunale poverty and there's this. Like hunale hore yo wetting neki apara schaku se checkile ngana mo site and then hunale
Then they're sharing a room with rats.
So I won't say I didn't believe her. It's her story. I wasn't there. But I know that bad things happen to people all the time.
I also felt she was being truthful. I mean, I don't even think it's for us to decide whether she's being truthful or not. But it was really believable. I mean, because sometimes when I look at the memoirs after a person is late,
Yes.
now having to see her still in action at the height of her career, there were no moments where I felt she was being untruthful. Was it painful to read her story? Most definitely. Like you said, when under poverty, and then there's this. This is just another level. You're also and I think it's good that she's come out on the other end. So we get to meet her young self in this book. We get to understand the struggles that she went through, and sort of appreciate her as she is now.
Anyone who writes a memoir, for me, is brave, because right? And she wrote this book, or she shared her story with such honesty and vulnerability. Because now you are pouring, all of you are writing about things that like things that, like, how many things that you keep to yourself. So you know what, these things are mine.
You go with them to the grave. And that's the thing about memoirs. Memoirs are I think it's my favorite genre. They're very intriguing for me. But I always just wonder, because no man is an island, right? When you tell your story, you're also telling someone else's story.
Is that okay?
Did they consent to this? I always just wonder about the logistics and the legal part about it. Because I didn't research about whether her brother is late or not.
I think he's still alive.
So I'm wondering now, if you're telling his story about the things that he did to you.
He was also very young.
And I'm not trying to excuse it. I'm just wondering, Hori, does he know, or this is what is coming out about him? Is he okay with this?
And also, I think in the book, she doesn't really go into detail as to what the relationship is like right now, like today.
Yes, we only know.
We only know about the past, or when they were still children.
And it's not even just about it's always intriguing about other memoirs, because we could always go back to the story at Lennon as well, and her ex-husband. Where we draw the line?
Exactly. Like, where did you say, okay, guys, no, don't write about, like, even with our book club sessions that we have, and we share a lot of of our stories, of our past, and sometimes, and okay, that is like off camera, and then I'm always very mindful of what I share now online, because now I'm including other people, and for me that's not okay. It's fine if I share with you, like, behind
your close circle. Yes. Then you can contain the information that you share, because now you're sharing in the confines of your close circle. It's intimate. But now if you're going to publish a book
Yeah, ma'am.
and share all these details, which we love to read. I'm just wondering.
Oh yes, we love it.
What about the other
what makes a
characters?
book.
What about the other characters in the book?
Mm.
But anyway, I suppose as we get to read more books, we'll probably figure it out. How does that actually work? So, what's your favorite part of the book?
My favorite part of the book, I think it was. Let me just check if it was page 230. I'll just check there. Yeah, my favorite part of the book, 242. And I'm not sure now. I don't remember actually what the scene or what this part was about, but it's where she says, and once again, okay, she says, a whole other layer of pain settled on our family. It just came like bullets. One more tragedy to overcome. And once again, life continues. It keeps moving. It moves through death, tragedies. It doesn't wait for you to recover or heal before healing again. So this, for me, like, it's a favorite part because it's so real.
True. It is so true.
It's so real. Like, life doesn't even wait for you to say, yo, hi guys, hit me again. No. And everything goes on. Like, now you have to go to work the following day after something bad happened to you. Or not even the following day, the following week. Like,
it doesn't matter, but at some point you will need to go back to leave. You'll need to go back to work.
Yes.
It doesn't matter how long the leave was.
The email is taking second. I'm sure life didn't wait for you. It didn't wait and say, oh, Relu is not feeling well today. Let's just, let's not send messages. Let's not send emails, So,
and it's almost as if we can put a timeline on grief, because that's what she's talking about here. And we can't put a timeline on grief, because even if you do need to go back to work, you do need to go back to whatever it is that you need to go back to living. But grief is not a 6 months thing, it's not a year thing. Grief is probably lifelong. It really is beautiful.
And sometimes with grief, sometimes you think like you have it under control, and then it hits you even after a long time, and then you have just the sadness all over again, and then you feel like, yo, hi guys, how did you
you get it starting from scratch.
Yes, you feel it all over again, like you remember it, like it just happened.
And then sometimes you do okay. You find that okay, there are a few weeks no salary, so you really sad, and then you wonder, you think you're okay, and then it hits you again. So it's really just a cycle.
Yeah, it's just a cycle.
And the life does not wait. It also ties into my quote, where I think the chapter is let's see, coming into me, okay, and then page 182, right? She's talking to a Jewish friend,
okay,
and that Jewish friend said to her, he said I have a Jewish friend who is modern Orthodox. He said one of his rabbis said, it's futile to ask why. Instead, ask yourself, what did I learn from this? And then it goes on to say, what I have learned from all of it, there is absolutely no way whatsoever to get through this life without scars. No way. It's a freaking emotional boxing ring, and either you go on round for 4 rounds, either you go 1 round, 4 rounds, or 40 rounds, depending on your opponent. And by God, if your opponent is you will go 40. If it's God, you'll barely go 1, because Big Daddy has a roper down. He's a shapelifter. You think you're fighting him, screaming, punching, begging for help, and he leaves you with you. So the biggest battles that we have to fight are really just with ourselves.
That's true. That's true.
And how would you rate the book?
I would give this book a 4.5. Yeah, 4.5. Because I feel like in Shileka question mark, I don't even remember now. I think it was that thing, of the high. Okay, then everybody's reunited, because in the end they were like one big happy family, and they were doing things together and whatever. even in the book they share like pictures. She shares her pictures with her family, and then you can see like the earlier ones that they took like recently, that our family relates, and then what happened, is it now? Yeah, I want to know what happened. But 4.5, it's a good book. It's a very good book.
Yeah, it is a good read. It's a very compelling read. Her story is really beautiful. And what I love the most about this book, and it ties down to the month in which we're living it, the month of love. I just love how she found love.
Oh,
And she was very
yay.
specific about the kind of man that she wants, and that's the kind of man that she got. So I'm really just happy for her, and I love how she brings out the power of manifestation without her even knowing at the time. Because I think someone just told her, if I remember the facts correctly. And then she prayed about it that night, and she let it go, you know, because I think someone said, be specific in your prayer. And she was very specific. And then before as children, because she doesn't want to be with children and all of that. And that's exactly the kind of man that she got. That I think when she went to church, I think they met at church, if I remember the specifics correctly.
I don't remember.
When she met him, she called whoever the friend on Amudi to really pray about this, and was like, I think I found him, because someone else. So to everyone else who is watching this, we wish them that they find love. Whatever love looks like
for you, yeah.
You know, it doesn't have to be an intimate relationship. It could be friendship. It could be whatever. To love.
To love.
Yes.